Hi, in this video we will see how to georeference a given topo sheet. For georeferencing you need to install a plugin, so let's see how to do it. Go to plugin, click on manage and install plugins. So new window will appear, and here on left hand side you see various options. For example, if I click on all, so it will give me the list of all the plugins which are available over here, and in this space you will find the description of the plugin. Here there are installed plugins, so these are the plugins which are already installed when you install the software. So these are the default plugins. Here I need to activate the Georeference GDAL, which is a plugin I am going to use for georeferencing. So just you need to check this box and close this window, and you can check whether the plugin is activated or not by going to raster. So here you see georeferencer, so it means plugin is being activated. So double click over here, and so the new window will appear. So this is a different interface for the georeference for georeferencing. Here you need to again import an image which you want to georeference. So in my case I am going to import it, which is upper G1. I will click it over here. So now this image is imported. For importing an image you have to use this icon, which has a symbol of multiple pixels. Also it is called as open raster. Now I know the coordinates of all these 4 corner points because of the grid frame. So I am going to georeference those 4 points first. So let's see how to do it. So let me first zoom in over here. Yeah, so just ensure that you are adequately zooming in the given image. Here I know the values are 75 degrees and 19 degrees. 75 degrees longitude and 19 degrees latitude. So what I need to do, I need to assign this point the value of this lat long. So for that I will use the option over here which is called as the add point. So I'm going to add a point with adequate zoom in. I will carefully mark a point. Once I click it, it asks me to enter the x and y values. X is longitude, here it is a 75, and y is latitude, it's 19. So either you need to, if you read this information, you will find that either you can enter these values as a degree decimal or degree minute seconds. I prefer degree decimal, so I will click OK. So here the one point is assigned, and therefore you can see now this GCP table, and there is a one point is already assigned. Now let's assign another point. So similarly I will zoom in, zoom out, and again zoom in to the top left corner. So here again I will assign a point with carefully with adequate zoom in. So I know this is a 75 degree as longitude and 20 degree as latitude. I will click it over here. I will put as a x value, which is longitude, as a 75 and y value as a 20. Okay, so here I have assigned a second point, so therefore you can see the 2 rows over here. Similarly I will assign coordinates for all 4 corner points. Let me repeat the exercise over here. Yeah, So here the longitude is a 76 degree 30 minutes, but I will put it as a degree decimal, and I know 30 minutes is nothing but a half 0.5 degree, because 1 degree is 60 minutes. So I will put longitude as 76.50 and latitude as a 20. I will click OK. So I have added given a 3 points. Then I will zoom out. Then again zoom in at the right bottom corner, and with adequate zoom in I will assign a point over here. Again the longitude will be the same, 76.5, and latitude is 19. I will click OK. So I have assigned 4 points over here. For georeferencing an image, 3 points are enough, so these 4 points will do the job. Just one thing we need to always ensure that while georeferencing, while identifying the point and assigning the coordinates, these points should be evenly spread across the image, because later on we are going to run the algorithm by which by knowing these 4 points, the algorithm is going to interpolate and calculate the values of all the pixels which are in between. So here the algorithm performs interpolation and extrapolation operations. So if your given points are the evenly spread and there are more number of points, it means there will be more accuracy. If I let us say if I have points which are only located in this part, then I may introduce an error in this part which is quite away from my original points for which I have assigned the coordinates. So now I have all these 4 points over here. Similarly I can assign also in between points, because here in between there is a 30 minute symbol is there. You can zoom in and see. So it is a 19 degree latitude, this is a 19.5 degree latitude, this is 20 degree latitude, and longitude is 25. So for this point over here I know, for this point I know the lat and long, which is 75 degree longitude and 19.5 as latitude. Similarly I can identify the lat long for the several other points, and I can assign those points of lat long value. Once you do it, then you need to click over here on called as the transformation setting. Here you need to select the transformation type. Generally we go for polynomial 1. If you have 3, for polynomial 1 you need at least 3 points. In case of a polynomial 2 you need 6 points. Polynomial 1 is sufficient for us. Then we give a name of a output raster. Before that we have to set the target SRS. In my case it is already chosen, it's a 4326, because I know the values which I have entered, which are the lat long values which represent the 4326. Then you have to give a name and location to the output raster. I will give the location and name in the folder as the UG1. Okay, I will save it. Just ensure that you have clicked this option called save GCP points. So these are the all GCP points which we have given, and just click this load in QGIS when done. So when the georeferencing is done, the image will be automatically loaded, georeference image will be loaded. So I will click OK. So once this is done, you are ready for a georeferencing. Then you have to click over here which says start georeferencing. So I will click over here. So it will initiate the georeferencing process by running algorithm, and the process is complete, and it is saying that the georeference is successful. So I will, once I complete this, I can close this window, and now I can see the upper G1 is my original image, which is uh, scanned image, and UG1 is the georeference image. Now I can locate my UG1 by zoom to layer. Okay, so this is the actual position of this UG1 topo sheet, which is within Maharashtra, which is representing the area nearby Aurangabad. Okay, so in this way we have georeference one topo sheet uh, uh, by using georeference tool. Similarly, we can georeference the other topo sheet. I will quickly load the upper G2. So this is upper G2. I will remove the deactivate the upper G1. So the upper G2 has loaded somewhere else. So similarly, I can assign the coordinates for the upper G2. Okay, I need to open first the georeferencer, then I will open the upper G2. Then I can similarly I can load all these, I can assign the values to all these corner points. Let me do it. I will just zoom in over here. So this is a 73.3 degree 73 degrees 30 minutes and 19 degree. So I can assign a value over here, a new point, add a point with sufficient accuracy. I know here the longitude is 73.5, that is a 30 minutes is a 0.5 degree, and latitude is 19 degree. I will click OK. I can similarly repeat the process over here with carefully with accuracy. The longitude is same 73.5, latitude has changed by 1 degree, it's 20 now. Okay, third point I am going to assign. Here the latitude is 75, longitude is the same as a 20. Okay, and I'm going to add one more point. So here you can see the pixels because it's a raster. So longitude is 75, latitude is 19. Okay, so I have added these 4 points, you can also see over here. So once this is done, I can go click on the transformation setting. I'm not going to change these settings. I'm going to assign a name. So I will now say UG2, save. I'm not going to change this change these settings. I will click on OK. Then now I'm ready for the transformation. Start georeferencing. Ready for georeferencing. So georeferencing is done. I can close this window, and now I can view the UG2. So these are the nothing but two topo sheets which are just next to each other. Okay, so this is how we can load the topo sheet and georeference the topo sheet and load the topo sheet in a GIS environment. So in this video we have learned how to georeference the topo sheet. Thank you.